Welcome back, everyone. This is our second in a series of videos where we're exploring dimensional analysis or unit conversion. Oftentimes, there's just no decimal to move. Any problem that doesn't involve SI units is probably going to be one of those situations. But we can still use dimensional analysis to solve our conversion issues. Let's say we're asked how many seconds are in 16 years. I consider the one value given to me there, 16 years, as the starting point. And all I have to do is set up a series of conversions or conversion factors that will get me from years to seconds. And the truth is, there are a number of ways that I could get there. And so I have to think of, do I have any knowledge about years and how they're related to some other unit of time? And the answer is absolutely. And so do you. But there are going to be occasions where you don't necessarily know the conversion factor. And for the purposes of this class, I'm always going to try to put you in a position to be successful. If there is a conversion factor that I assume you don't know, I'll probably give it to you. But this is one that I think any of us could do. So let's start with a conversion factor going from, let's say, years to days. And just for simplicity's sake, let's assume no leap years are involved, because that would make the problem slightly more complex than it already is. Well, I know and you know that in 1 year, there are 365 days. That's a conversion factor. It's just giving me a relationship between days and years. I'm going to continue along that same thought process. What if I want to go from days to something else? What do I know about days? Well, here's something I know. In 1 day, there are 24 hours. Yet another conversion factor that helps us get closer to seconds. What do I know about hours? Well, I know that in 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. And finally, I know in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. And if I look at my units, they should cancel out perfectly. Years cancel with years. Days cancel with days. Hours cancel with hours. Minutes cancel with minutes. And I'm left with seconds. So really, all I'm left to do is multiply and divide out. Notice everything I'm dividing by is a 1, so I don't really even have to do that. I just need to multiply everything that's on top of my horizontal line. So I'm going to say 16 times 365 times 24 times 60 times 60. I get a big number, when the truth is I may not want to keep all of the digits that are there. Let me write down that particular number as it's given on my calculator. 504,576,000 seconds. And that, for now, since we have not yet discussed significant digits, is a fine answer. Let's say I asked you to put it into scientific notation. How would we do that? Well, remember, we're going to move the decimal to give us a number or a mantissa that is between 1 and 10. So I could say this is 5.04, 576 times 10, and I move my decimal place in this case 8 times 10 to the 8th seconds. And that's how many seconds are in a year. Okay, we'll check back next time where we do use some SI units, but still won't be able to move a decimal place. See you then.